Hey everyone, it's Dolly with Crafty Mermaid Mom. Hope you guys are having a great day. So today I wanted to do a quick and easy tutorial to show you guys how to put together these little mini pocket albums. So before we get started, I wanted to show you what one of them looks like completed. This one right here, I used the mermaid scales pattern and I love it. So I wanted to show you the inside. So as you can see, it's got the hard back. So we are going to be using 2 pieces of chipboards to make it look a little bit more sturdier, and it actually does make the book a lot more, it gives it a lot more quality, I guess. So each of these books are going to have 7 pages, and these pages are each pocket pages, so that you can take a tag or a piece of photo mat that you cut up and you can stick it into the little pockets. Now, not all of the pockets are going to open on top. You will have maybe a couple that will open on the side, and that has to do with the way that we are going to be folding the paper in an accordion style, and you'll understand as soon as we get into the process. So let's get started. Okay, so what you will need is a scoreboard. And if you don't have a scoreboard, don't worry about it, because I will show you how to score your pages without a scoreboard. You're going to need scissors. You will need a pen, glue. You're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard. And the chipboard should measure each 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay? And then you're going to need 2 pieces of your cardstock paper. I'm not going to use this page, I'm just showing you an example. You are going to need 2 12 by 12 cardstock pages that coordinate well with each other. One will be the inside portion of the book, and the other will cover up your chipboards, and it'll also be a seam for the back. Okay, so let me put these back aside and show you first how to score your page. So here's the page that I've scored with a pen, and I'm going to show you how to do it without using an actual board. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your 12 by 12 and you want to measure out on your ruler the 3-inch area, the 6-inch section, and the 9-inch section. And what you're going to do is you're going to do the same at the bottom. You're going to mark it at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. And then you are going to score that from one side from top to bottom at the 3-inch, top to bottom at the 6-inch, and top to bottom at the 9-inch. And that's on the scoreboard. If you don't have a scoreboard, you're going to take your pen, you're going to mark the 3-inch at the top and the bottom, the 6-inch at the top and the bottom, and the 9-inch at the top and the bottom, and use your ruler to join those marks so that you have the 3 lines. Okay, and then you're going to turn your page to the other side, and you're going to do exactly the same thing by marking the 3-inch at the top and at the bottom, the 6-inch at the top, at the bottom, the 9-inch at the top and the bottom, just like I did with these with my pen. And you're going to join the top mark to the bottom mark to form these lines, okay? Because these are where you're going to cut. You're going to use this as your guide to cut. So if you do have a scoreboard, even better, because then you can just use your scoreboard instead of writing on the paper. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cut your page. Okay, so now you have your 3-inch mark, your 6-inch mark, and your 9-inch mark. So you're going to take your scissors and you are going to cut from bottom to top on the 3-inch mark, and you're going to cut from bottom to top until you get to the 3/4 mark. And your cut is going to look like this. Okay, you're going to take the other side at the 9-inch and you're going to cut from bottom to top, same thing, till you get to the 3/4 mark, and your cut is going to look like this. Then you're going to go to the 6-inch mark, and this time you're going to cut from the top to the bottom, and you are going to cut from top to the bottom until you get to the 3/4 mark. So your page, after you finish cutting, is going to look like this. It's going to resemble the letter M. So just remember that, okay? So here is your page. I know, I'm sorry, this kind of blends in with the background, but you can still see how I'm going to fold accordion style. So you're going to take the bottom portion, you're going to fold up, under, and you're going to keep doing that accordion style until you get to the very end. You're going to keep doing that. Okay? So now you have your book. You have the inside of your book. And you will see that these two ends here are what's going to be glued on to your book. And let me give you an example. Okay, so if this is your book here, what you're going to essentially do is you are going to take glue, and this is going to cover up the inside just like that, and that's how it's going to look. Okay? All right. So now you're going to take your book and you are going to select the side, either this side or this side, that's going to give you the most pocket openings on top. So I think this side will, but if you look, if you can open the page on top, there's one opening, here's one opening, here's one opening, and oops, sorry about that. Here's one that you cannot open. So that's one page that's going to open on the side. Here's another opening, and another opening. So you want this to be the top portion, because this will give you only one page that you can't open on the side. It'll have open on top. It'll have to open on the side. Okay? So what I did is I put a little arrow to remind me that this is my top portion, and you probably want to do that as well. Okay? All right. So next thing you're going to do is you want to glue your pages together now to form those little pockets. So for the first page, what I'm going to do is to form this little pocket, all I need to do is glue here and here, if you can see that, so that when it glues together, it's going to form that pocket. Okay? So I would glue here, and make sure that you don't put too much glue, because you do want to leave an opening that is large enough to fit a small tag. Okay, and then you take your next page, and as you can see, this one opens this way, so you would need to glue here and here to close it off. And once you glue there and there, you will have an opening just like that. And these two sides, let me show you here, there you go. Once you glue, you're going to have that kind of opening like that, and you're going to keep doing this throughout the book until you've glued everything. So now here's the one I'm actually going to use, and this one I just finished gluing. So as you can see, it's dried. So I have my pocket here, I have another pocket, my second page, I have another pocket, my third page, I have another pocket, and here's my fourth page, which does not have a pocket, but it does have a pocket on the side. It doesn't have a top pocket. So here's my side pocket. And then the rest should all be top pockets. Top pocket. And then this next page is another top pocket. I can't get it open here. There you go. Another top pocket. Another top pocket. And then here are my two sides that are going to be glued onto the chipboard covers. Okay? So I am going to take my two chipboards, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut from that second cardstock page, you're going to cut two pieces that are 4.5 by 4.5, and this is what it's going to look like, 4.5 by 4.5 sheet. So what you're going to do now is you're just going to cut the edges. What I've done is I've scored them. Once I put my little chipboard on them, I've scored the sides so I know where to cut. So when I do fold it and glue it, it's going to look a little neater. And let me show you. We'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these. I'm not going to do the neatest job, but since this is just a tutorial, I just want you guys to kind of understand the concept here. It's not going to be the neatest. And then I'm going to take something heavy and just lay it on there so that it can dry. I'm going to take the second one, and this one I'm going to go ahead and cut. So I scored this one as well. I just want to cut the edges so that it's not going to look messy. It gets kind of bulky if you don't cut these edges off. And you'll see what I mean once we finish covering up the chipboards. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, because once you're done covering it, it looks really cute. Okay. You just have to make sure that you let the glue dry. Okay, so I'm gonna put that here. Okay, I'll put this here and let that dry for a while. So now what you want to do is you want to take your pocket pages, and we're gonna close off this little backing here. I don't know what you call that, but it's like the seam. So you're gonna take a piece of paper, probably about an inch or a little over an inch. Just take a remnant from the second sheet that you use to make your covers and cut a little strip off that measures the same as your book. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue this to cover that seam, to close that up so that you can't see how messy it is. So I'm just going to take some glue. You don't need a lot. But you'll see that it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because all of this is going to be closed off and covered. So I'm just going to close this off like this. Okay. And it doesn't even have to be even because really this part is not going to show after you put this on the chipboards. Okay. So there, I've covered this portion of it so that you can't really see how uneven those pages are. And then you're going to take your two covers, and they're dry now. And what you want to do is you want to take your ribbon, and you want to make sure to glue this on before you glue this on so that the ribbon will be covered. So I'm just going to take a thin strip of glue all the way across both pieces of chipboard. Okay? I'm just going to lay that flat on here, just like that. And you can just put like a very small gap between the two chipboards because this is not that thick and it'll close just fine. So then what you want to do is you're going to take this side. Okay, I want to make sure that I know which side is the top, which is this part. Okay, so and you're going to go ahead and apply the glue to the very edge, and you really don't need a lot of glue. These pages will stick just fine. Okay, so you want to make that even, and so you're going to lay that down flat so that you cover your ribbon and close that off. Okay, and then you're going to take the back and you're going to do the same exact thing. Okay, and what I like to do to make sure that it's even is I just like to place that right on top and then align it like this by making the book straight and then reopening it. And that's why I like to work with this glue, is because it doesn't dry right away, that you can still kind of play around with it and even it off. Or there you go. There you go. And that's it, you guys. It's done. And all you have to do now is make your tag. So it's not quite dry, but I'm going to show you. You can close it off and you have a finished book, and it was so easy. There you go. And that's your book. So let's make the tags really quick, and you don't have to have a tag punch to make the inserts. I think I put a little bit too much glue because some of these pages are sticking, but I'm gonna let this sit and dry just a little bit while we make our tags. So as you can see, I have a tag punch here, and you guys don't need to go out and buy a tag punch because tags are so easy to make. So I did punch a few of these tags, but I want to give you an example of how you can make your own tag. And I'm sure you've seen a bunch of videos where you can just take your leftover paper, cut and measure a piece that will fit into these pockets. So for instance, this one right here, this is a good size right here. So what I can do is, I probably need to cut this portion off, but I can take this tag and just cut a portion off so that it fits into the pocket, and then just make my own tag. So easy, you guys. Go. Okay, so there you have it. There's your tag right there. Really easy, quick and simple. See, I mean, yes, they're shaped differently, but it's still a tag. So if you wanted to, you could make another one and cover it up so you'll have a two-sided tag. And then you just need to insert those into your pockets and you're done. So that was my tutorial for today, and I hope you guys found that interesting and fun, and I hope you'll be able to try this out yourself. So for now, have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye.